Say hello to my little friend. Hello, I'm Judi the Organizer and creator at Rescue My Space. Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. So thanks to this subscriber, her name is right here. Thanks to you, I am finally doing an office tour. So basically in today's video, I'm gonna show you guys my office, and I'm also gonna give you guys some office organizing tips so that you can get your office organized once and for all. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Y'all know that's coming. Is my bra showing? No, it's not. Okay, let's get into it. So first and foremost, the reason why I'm even standing over here is because I wanted to stand next to this beautiful blue door. I decided to paint my door blue years ago, and actually I've been wanting to change it, but each time I look at it, I'm like, it's a blue door and it goes with the Rescue My Space theme. So I've kept it, and I actually I love it. I'm probably not gonna change it anymore, but I wanted to stand here because this is probably the first thing you notice when you close the door and sit inside my office. But outside of that, the two things you notice when you come into my office are my desk and my amazing large wall-mounted shelving unit. I'm gonna move to this side so that I can talk about it a little bit more, just to give you guys some depth in this video, because this is a one-woman show and I gotta move the camera myself. So let's go to that side. Let's go. First of all, welcome to my black wall. If you watch my channel, you probably have seen many of videos of me filming behind or in front of this wall. I absolutely love this wall, and I feel like the wall paneling gave it the character, gave it that like lift that it needed. And even though it took me a long time and it required a lot of blood, sweat, maybe not blood, but sweat and tears to get it here, I got it here. And I absolutely love it. As you can see, I also have my Rescue My Space logo here. I wanted to make sure that my office embodied the Rescue My Space brand, and bringing in this logo really just changed the game, and I absolutely love it. I actually got it from Etsy, and if you're interested, I'll have all the links below of everything that I mentioned in this video. So, okay, so let's get into the stuff in my office. So the first thing in my office is my desk. So let me backtrack. So the desk that's actually in my office is a dining room table from Article, and I had my eye on this for like over a year, and when I can finally afford it, I finally got it, and I absolutely am obsessed with it. I wanted something that was very warm and just very minimal in this office, because before I used to have two desks, and though they worked, it just wasn't giving me the vibe of what Rescue My Space is. Rescue My Space is clean, it's crisp, it's elegant, it's minimal. It's also just vibrant and fun, and it wasn't giving me that. All that and then some. So I got this table, and now if any of the Rescue My Space personnel were to come in and work in my office, we would all work together on this one desk. So this table was about $8.99 with some change. And again, it's just a great investment. You know, I had it on my vision board, if you watch my vision board video, and when I finally got it, I was like, okay, things do happen. You just have to save for it and plan for it. So basically, that's really what the vision board is, but this is not a vision board video. So anywho, one tip when it comes to organizing your desk and keeping it clear is to have some type of desk organizer on your desk. Make sure my bra's in. There's so many desk organizers out there. A great one is one that has a few sections or slots in one piece, so that everything sits in one area on your desk and not in multiple areas on your desk. Another great item to add to your desk is some type of paper tray. I have a few around my office that don't sit at my desk because I'm a person that likes my desk to be pretty clear, with the exception of like a bouquet of flowers or a laptop, because I like, I don't know, clear space, clear mind for me, and I like to hide everything. Hide, because you can still see everything, but put everything away and have my desk especially clear and clean. So another way to keep your desk clean is to have all of your supplies or all of your daily used items off of the desk and in something else, maybe a drawer, maybe another shelf or a bin. Just having everything placed outside or off of your desk is going to keep your desk clear again. So it's all about being strategic when it comes to organizing a space, and of course making sure that it makes sense to you, because at the end of the day, you are the one that will be using your space. So Outside of the desk, there are chairs that sit around the desk. I have my amazing CB2 chair that took about 5 months. And yes, I was very angry. But when it came in, I was very happy because it's actually exactly what I wanted. It gave my room the minimalist / design look, which is something that I'm always trying to achieve when it comes to organizing a space. And this is exactly what I would have done and then some. So on the other side, I have these other type of chairs that are a little bit more simple, but still a really nice touch. I actually got those from IKEA. They were about $35.99 each. And then I got the cushions. And then I got the cushions custom made because I wanted them to be a very light and bright fabric, linen fabric. And the original fabric was really dark gray, and that was not the look that I was going for. So under my desk, I have a rug, which is from Rugs USA. It was really inexpensive. And I feel like it just like brought everything together in this like center section of my office. It just kind of like brings style into your space. And that's kind of what I'm always trying to incorporate. So yeah. Moving this way, you will notice that I have this acrylic board, and if you watch that DIY video, you have seen it before. But you know what? I'm gonna move to that side because I wanna talk about it with it behind me, so let's go. So welcome to this side of my office. But if you watch my videos, you probably have seen this area because I like to stand in this area when I'm recording a video. But anywho, one of the reasons why I like to stand in this area is because this beautiful beauty of a board. This is my DIY dry erase acrylic board, and I use this pretty often. This is a board that I'm obsessed with. I do have a DIY video on how I made this board, and it's pretty simple as long as you have the tools. But yeah, this is literally where I jot down all of my ideas, all of my to-do list. And actually, I'm gonna be creating a larger version of this on the other side because I want to separate where I have my to-do list, my like monthly goals, and my concept ideas. So I'm gonna separate them, and I'm gonna take you guys along that journey, of course, because of course. So anyway, so as I stand here, next to me is where my large wall-mounted shelving unit sits. This is the all-got unit from that's not the Container Store, from IKEA. It was about $200 $350, and it is amazing. My Oprah voice. This wall-mounted unit changed the game when it came to organization in my office because it created a space for most of my items in this office, which is another reason why my desk always stays clear. So I have multiple organizing products on this shelving unit, and all of them play a role in my office. I have this drawer organizer that holds all of my like markers and kind of like my markers and drawer accessories that I need easy access to. I also have these amazing, beautiful Kugis bins that I got from IKEA for about $7.99. They all have a lid, and they hold all of my labels and label adjacent items. I need access to these all the times because these are all my extra supplies or my back stock for business related jobs. And yeah, they stay in here. One of the reasons why I went for half drawer and half shelves was because I knew I was gonna have a supply room / stock room in my office, and having shelves really helps me keep them organized and keep them in one designated spot. Each type of label has its own bin, and it works perfectly for me. So if you were gonna take your stuff off your desk and keep a clear desk, having some type of bin to hold your daily used items is a great way to do so. I also have drawers on the bottom half of this system because I wanted drawers, because if you know, I love a good drawer. So these drawers hold all of my like markers, my pens, all those other items that I need on a daily basis. It also holds some of my Rescue My Space shirts. I have a few extra new ones that I usually give out to new employees. And yeah, I also have organizing products in here, kind of like boring business documents, label makers, all of my label makers. It's just it's a monsoon, if that's a word, of just organizing stuff. I also have some magazine holders on the other side that hold all of my like supplies and extra supply things I need. I mean, literally, it's just a space for everything that needs a place. And I also have like some decorative items on one of the shelves because I had to bring that in, of course. So as you go to the right side, you're gonna come across a file cabinet, which is very, very important for me to have. A file cabinet is a easy, simple way to keep all your paperwork organized, which is tip number 2. If you are dealing with paper clutter, one thing that you should have, yet you need to have, is some type of filing cabinet or file cabinet, whether it's a cabinet, whether it's a bin, whether it's something that divides your paper, you need it. This allows me to organize all of my business, all of my personal documents. And of course, you do need to still maintain it. So you have to have some type of routine where you go through it and take out all the things you no longer need. But it's a way to just kind of put my paperwork in a place and not have it everywhere in my office, because that is a no-no in my book. But with that said, my goal is to create content around paper clutter because I know it's an issue for a lot of you. So I do want to create that, but I want to make sure that it's very simple to follow, which is why I haven't done it since I mentioned it, like was it in the beginning of this year, last year? I promise it's going to come out because it's one of those things that requires its own attention, which is why I haven't done it, but it's going to come soon because I know you guys need it. So please bear with me, and I'm sorry that I haven't done it. So anyways, we're just moving around, the perimeter of this very rectangle office. So I'm gonna just be pointing and showing you guys what I'm talking about. So next to my filing cabinet is my vision board, which if you watch my video, you saw me make it. I used an acrylic board to create it, and I'm actually gonna be moving it to the other side of the room because on that side, like I mentioned, is where my new acrylic board is gonna sit. Or this is not going away, but yeah, my new one. Anyway, as you move along the perimeter, you're gonna see my plant that I'm obsessed with. She has died and came back to life, and she's a baby again, but we're caring for her. We are. So next to that is my new air fridge, which I'm obsessed with. Though she's loud and she bothers me sometimes, she does her job perfectly, and she's so beautiful to look at. The reason why I went with this fridge was because it's super minimal, and I mean, look at it. It's black, beautiful, and if you know, your girl loves black. So on top of that is just a style decorative item. There's actually stuff inside of it. I have a lot of Rescue My Space promotional items in there. And then to the right of that, I have, of course, my Jackie Ina candle. And then I have my printer, which of course can be boring. Printers aren't fun, but it is perfect. It actually does kind of go with the style of my office. So I'm gonna say that it's stylish. And I believe that it's one of those like really amazing investments I made. And then the black cabinets. So my printer is sitting on something, and those are my black cabinets that I am so happy I went with. I have all of my like other supplies that I kind of want more access to. I don't know. I needed more storage, and I just wanted something that was more concealed. So I made sure that it had doors, even though the doors are glass. And yeah, they just do everything that I needed to do. I have my magazines for all of my ideas, my Rescue My Space forms. I have some important documents there. It just makes sense for me, and I'm so happy I added this to my office. I also have some books there. So these are all like business related, kind of personal self-development books that I like to have in my office and refer to here and there. So I just have a few, and I have them here. And on the bottom shelves, I have all of my bins. I use these bins everywhere in my home. I have them in my linen closet. If you haven't watched my linen closet, watch it. I also have it in my baking cabinet. I'm obsessed with these bins because the color of them are just perfection. And of course, they're in my office. I have this command caddy on my wall, and it holds my remote to my fan. I also have like other things that I put in there, sometimes my keys if I end up bringing my keys up here. I'm all about creating a designated place for everything, which is tip number 3. Create a designated place for everything in your home office, and trust me, your home office will stay organized. Another tip is to add a shelving unit like this, or a bookcase or something similar to hold your items. And also, tip number 5, add some type of bins. If you need bins for your pens, you need bins for your paper, If you need bins for your books, your documents, add bins to your home office and categorize them so that everything has a place again. And of course, add labels to everything. I have labels everywhere because labels help me find what I need. Even though I created the label, I created the designated place, I still want it to be easy for me to find what I need, or anyone who needs to come into my office find what they need. So I'm all about adding the little touches to my space because it just makes it so much easier for me to keep it organized, which at the end of the day, the most important part when it comes to organizing your space is maintaining it. Yes, it is. So anyway, we're gonna end the video here. I'm so excited that I finally did this office tour video. I've been wanting to do it for so long. And now that I was kind of reminded to, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. So this is my office. Hopefully in the next year, I will be actually out of this office. I want to have a separate home office or a separate office out of my home because it's hard. Distraction is real. So I want to have a place that I go to do business and then come home and focus on home life, because right now they are married and there is no separation. So that's my goal for next year. So definitely stay tuned. I think I mentioned it in my vision board. I'm looking at the images over there. I think I did. So that's definitely going to come. If I missed anything, you probably have seen the B-roll of it where I mentioned it, because there's some decor pieces that are here. I'll just put it in without me having to say anything. But other than that, everything is in the description box below if you're interested at all. And yeah, so you already know what time it is. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you so very much for watching this video. And as always, I'll see you soon. Bye.